So whatever it is that you want to do, be or have, for that you'll have to do some sort of thing, and by applying those things you will be able to reach there where you want to reach. My friend, there's no tricks, tips and shortcut. For that you'll have to go through all the good and bad experiences, then you will be able to learn all those things, and then you'll be able to reach there where you wanted to be. So if you are learning a language, any language, and especially I'm talking about English here. So if you are learning English, so I'm gonna tell you some of the things, some of the steps that you have to follow, and by following those steps most of the people became fluent, and that's the only step by following which I became fluent. So that's the same thing you can also apply if you want to be fluent. And so in today's video I have told you all the things, so watch the video till the very end and I'm gonna tell you all the things. So let's start the video. And the first thing which I have told you is that why, or why must be clear. Why we are learning English, why we wanna be fluent into English, and what are those things what we wanna see into our English. So we have to clear our why, that why we are learning. Our motive must be clear, that our motive behind learning this language must be clear. And if you don't know that why we are learning, maybe you want to show someone that I can speak English fluently, maybe you want to be at the next level, maybe you want to be get promoted. There can be so many reasons that why you are to learn this language, but that must be clear. If that is not formed, that is not clear, that can be very hard for you to speak English or to spend time, because my friend, it's just a time taking process and it's an ongoing process. So for that you will have to spend some sort of time, some a big period of time of your day, and then you will be able to learn this language. So it's a no shortcut. For that you will have to apply some thing, and at the same time you will have to remove some sort of the thing which I have told you in the another video of mine. And let's talk about the second thing. And the second thing is, my friend, we have to practice on a daily basis. As I told you initially that yes, no shortcut, no tricks and tips. For that we have to practice on a daily basis, and this is the only thing that we have to do. And if you are thinking we'll be able to know this language by any shortcut, tips or tricks, yes, nothing like tips and tricks. If you want to achieve any great thing, for that you will have to go through all the experience, you will have to spend some time, then you will be able to speak this language within a short period of time, if you are spending much time over learning this language then. And as I told you, there's no shortcut, and good things takes time. So you have to remember this quote, that good things takes time, and by keeping or by remembering this thing, by keeping this thing, this quote especially into your mind, you will be able to learn anything. It doesn't matter whether you are learning English, whether you are learning any other skill, so anything which is going to give you a big result. So for that thing you'll have to do a lot of practice, you'll have to put a lot of effort, then you'll be able to achieve that level. So here's nothing like tips and tricks, and tips and tips doesn't exist into learning any big thing. So that's the simple thing which you need to understand. And anybody who is fluent right now, or who is speaking English in a very fluent way, so if you ask him any sort of question related to English, then that person will tell you that I have gone through all the experiences and there was no trick which I applied, and by applying those things I become a fluent English speaker. He'll not tell you anything as such. So for that thing, if you know that if there is no tricks, then then the only way which I have, that I have to put effort on a daily basis, and that's the only way which I have to do. And once you are clear that now I know that this is the only way, and here's no tricks and tips, and if I'm not putting effort, I will not be able to speak this, then you'll not rely upon anything, because you know that there's nothing like tips and tricks, and this is the only way. And by putting effort, by remembering some sort of thing, and by removing some sort of thing is also going to be a very important, so you will be able to speak English. So this is what which you gotta follow and which you gotta do, which to be able to speak English fluently. And the third thing which I'm gonna tell you is that most people ask that how much time will it take to speak English fluently. My friend, there's no tricks, tips and formula for that thing. As I told you that, and if you're thinking that I'll be able to speak this language within 3 months or 4 months or 2 weeks, it's not like that. The more time you'll spend learning this language, the sooner you'll be able to speak it. So here's no tricks, tips and shortcut, and that's the same formula which I told you that apply. You have to apply over learning this language. And So you don't have to you never have to rely upon any tips and shortcut, because as I told you that if you are learning anything worthwhile, that you think if that thing is going to give me those sort of results, those big return in the future. And let's take let's take investment for example. So if you are investing some of your money, then you will have to wait for some for a long time if you want to compound your money. And that's the same thing apply over any other skill, over any language. So you are not supposed to get a big result within a very short period of time. It's not like that. You will have to wait for some time. You have to put effort on daily basis, and that's the only way. So here's nothing like how much time will it take to you to speak this language. The more effort you will put, the more consistent you will be over learning this language, the sooner you will be able to speak this language. And this is the only way, and this is the only way what I know and what I have applied to speak this language fluently. And most of the people applied the same thing which I have told you in this video. And if you wanna do the same thing, if you wanna get the same result, for that you have to do the same thing which I have told you in this video. And I hope you have liked this video. Please like this video, subscribe my channel, and please let me know what are you gonna do after watching all the video in the comment below. And let's meet into the another video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.